Hey there, my name is Jeff McCoolin, and today's screencast is all about Screencastify. I'm going to take you through some of the features as well as how to publish your videos after capturing them. And then we're also going to talk about how to use the annotation tools with Google Slides, and just to show you a few features in there. So just to kind of get us started, we're going to shoot on over here to the Apps tab. We're going to go to the Web Store, because the very first thing I want to show you is I want to show you how to get this little Screencastify icon up here in our extensions. So we got to go to the Web Store. We are going to search in the Web Store for Screencastify. And I already have it installed, but what you're going to see is it's going to say add to Chrome, and we're going to click on that little add to Chrome button, and it's going to install that extension, and you're going to end up having this little icon up here in your extensions. So to kind of show us how to use this and go through some of its features, I'm just going to click on it, and you need to be outside of a chrome.google page to be able to use the recorder. It's got to be a live page. There's a little bit of information on that, which we don't need to go into, but just go onto a web page that you would normally go to. And we're going to go and just click on that extension up here in the top right-hand corner. It is going to give me a few pieces of information. Number one, I'm using the free version of this. I am not going to be showing the upgraded version of this today, just the free version and its functionalities. So I have different options when I'm recording. I can use the browser tab, the desktop, or the webcam. For this demonstration today, I'm going to use the browser tab. So before I just hit record, I want to show you that there is some options for our webcam. One of them is the IR camera front. You just use the regular camera front unless you want it to look like a horror movie kind of recording of your face. It's kind of a weird distortion that it does. The other thing I want to show you here is that more options. Sometimes people are concerned because their drawing tools do not show up, and so a way to get your drawing tools to show up if they are always not showing up is just to make sure that this little toggle here is toggled to the show the drawing tools. Now that I've kind of set up everything that I want to do, I'm just going to hit record, and currently it is going to be recording this page. It's going to count down from 3, and what it's doing right now is it's highlighting, because the last time I was kind of in here, it was focusing. So to kind of show you some of the features now as you're recording the video, number one, with your video, you can move it around anywhere that you want to. Okay, so you can move it around to different areas of the page quite easily. You can get out of that video if you want to, make it disappear, and then over here on the camera, we can embed the camera again. So a few features as we're going through. Number one, as you can see your cursor here. Also, you can pause right here in this bar. Okay, so you can pause the recording right here and then start back up again if you need to. In this right here, I have the cursor that's selected currently. There's a pretty cool little feature here, focus the mouse. And so what this is going to show us is that we are focusing on what we want to be clicking on, or the things that we really want to be looking at. Okay, to get out of that, I'm just going to click on the focus button again. Keep in mind though, there are lots of shortcut keys. Most of them are going to be with the Alt key and then a letter. And learn those shortcut keys. It's going to make it a lot quicker and a little bit more seamless when you're doing your recordings. You can get rid of your cursor or highlight clicks. Okay, and that's all that we're going to be kind of doing right now. So the next one we're going to look at is the pen, and this is the one where we can annotate, we can draw on whatever page it is that we're on, and we'll save that into our video. Then if we want to erase that, we can go to our eraser and we can just erase our annotations. Okay. Now that we've kind of gone through here and we've done our recording, we've said everything that we want to say, we're just going to stop or pause our recording. We can pause our recording here, or we can pause or stop our recording back up here on the Screencastify icon. If I click on that, it's going to give us a prompt to stop or play or go back into the recording. There is one more thing that I'd like to show you before we're all done with in this one recording, is that sometimes the tools may disappear, and you'll see that the shortcut keys for the tools is the Alt and the T key. So if something happens and you lose your tools down here, don't panic, just hit Alt T and it'll bring them back. And so that's the basics from this. I'm actually going to pause and stop my recording here. And once I've stopped my recording, a new tab is going to open. And with this new tab, it is going to start playing back my recording. And in this tab, I can start off by, if I want to, I can trim my video from the beginning or from the end and make it shorter. I can't do too much in the middle with this. But that's one of the things I can do. So if I'm maybe setting up something and I need to trim the start of the end of it, then that's what we can do. And if I want to save that trim, I just hit Save Trim, and it's going to replace the original video. So please be careful with that. It's going to replace the original video. So I'm going to trim it. Doesn't really matter. And once the video has been trimmed, and my trimming has been successful, then some of the other things, I don't have to trim it to do this, but I can now go up to the top here in the top bar. If I want to change the title of my video, I can do that right here, and I can change it to something else. So now I can, this button here, which is opening the editor, this is for the pro version of Screencastify. So if you choose to opt into the pro version, then that's one of the things you can do. Some of the features now, if we want to be able to share this video, we can take and we can copy a shareable link. This is directly to your Google Drive. So once you hit stop on your video, it's going to share that, or sorry, save that video directly in your Google Drive, and it's going to get you a shareable link. And that is not the only way that we can share this video. A few other things that are pretty cool with this. Number one, you can generate a QR code. So maybe you want to do, if you're back in class, or you want to create some form of scavenger hunt for your students outside because you want to spend a little bit more time outside doing your instruction, then you can generate a QR code and you can put up them, and the kids can go around and watch the videos on their devices and maybe do a little scavenger hunt or something along those lines. Anyways, you can share it directly to Classroom, or you can publish it to YouTube. There are other ways to embed this. So if you have a website, you can get your embed code and put it in that as well. Or it also gives you the option to download that video as well if you want to do some form of other video editing with this. So that is the basics for Screencastify. But what I want to be able to show you, because some of you may want to do this, is you want to be able to take a Google presentation and you want to be able to maybe do some annotation on that presentation. Maybe you want to put some questions in there. Maybe you want to focus on some things. This is just a quick way to do some annotations using as if it was a smart board with our Google Slides. So I have here, I have a Google Slides presentation that is already made, and I want to do a recording. So I'm going to go up here to Screencastify, launch my recorder again. I'm just going to close my previous Screencastify window, open up my recorder. Come on. And now I'm going to hit record. I'm not going to worry about my previous options because I'm pretty sure they're all set from before. And it's going to give me a countdown of 3, 2, 1. and now we're recording. And so I want to be able to annotate directly on this, but I want to be able to do it in a way which is in a presentation mode. Instead of just having the small screens, I want to make it a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is, if I just hit present, I'm going to lose all of my presentation, my Screencastify abilities. And so I won't have the annotation tool, and the picture, the embedded image in the bottom right-hand corner will be gone. So to do this, you're going to go into presenter view. When you go into presenter view, it's going to open the second window, but I'm going to close it. Don't need that. That's just our presenter mode if you're doing a presentation, but we don't need that. So we can see here now that we have it in full screen, and now I still have my tools down here. So I can go in here and I can select whatever tool it is that I want to be using. Perhaps I want to do a little annotation in here. Come on, little guy. All right. Doing a little, it's lagging just a little bit here for me. That is a weird looking smiley face, but that's okay. Anyway, so that is the ways that we can use the annotation tool. And again, once we're done with this, now I can turn off my my recorder. I can either hit the pause button down here and then stop it, or stop it up here in the icon as well. Okay. One of the other things that I'd like to just kind of touch on that I kind of forgot to do before is that if I want to go between tabs, if I'm recording in tabs and I want to go to a different tab, I do have to select that. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to click the tab, and it's going to usually give me a little bit of a prompt. Okay. And I want, with this, when I click on this, it says that I'm currently recording in a different tab. And so I want to record to this tab. So I have to click that, and it's going to switch my recording and all my tools to the next tab. And if I want to go back to the other tab, I have to switch it back again by clicking on this. It's also, now it's giving me a little bit of a notification, and I have to click on this. I want to click on my Screencastify icon, and I want to record this tab. So it's giving me that information back again. You'll see here that my annotation did disappear, but that's just because I left that page. Okay. So that is the basics of how we want to kind of go through and do a little bit of recording with Screencastify, and how to use it, and how to use its basic functionality. So I hope that you found this a little bit useful, and thank you so much.